ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Check, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops, then find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happens to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like them other guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing, son up, baby.
Yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the SWAC, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offer the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
Hey man, what's going on, man? Listen, man. Listen, it's your boy Scotty, man, and you are watching Off Script, man. You are watching Off script, man. And listen, we in here tonight, man. I've been trying to tell y'all, man. Dion, listen, ain't nobody seeing us in the SWAC, man. I've been trying to tell y'all from Jump Street. Ain't nobody seeing who doing it like Prime. Who doing it like Prime? Ain't nobody touching. Listen, this ain't even a conversation no more, man. Give Jackson, my Tigers, give us the championship already, man. Give us the championship already. Come on, man. It's not even fair, man. It's too easy. It's too easy, man. It's just, stop it. Stop the presses. Stop the presses. Who gonna stop us? We got the thickest and livest wide receiver room in the building. Okay, we got the livest quarterback you already know he the quarterback of the year. It don't matter what we doing, man. What is we doing? It's nothing. Who gonna stop us?
You are the only participant in the conference.
Hey, listen, this is a celebration. It's a celebration. We out here. Who gonna stop us? Come on, man. Listen, it's too easy. We had it from the jump. We had it. Listen, we had the SWAC championship before they said hello. Come on. Listen, this, bruh, it's a celebration, bruh. It's a celebration, bruh. Who gonna stop us, Scotty? Listen. That's how foolish y'all sound, man. That's how dumb y'all Bama sound, man. Listen. Y'all, as I said, tune in at your own risk. This is not gonna be nothing you want to hear. All right. Congratulations for stockpiling talent. Congratulations. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Congratulations. But at the end of your day, your team still has the same deficiencies. We still want to know what that offensive line looked like. We still want to know what your defense going to look like. We still want to know all these issues you got. Listen, I have no issues that Kevin Coleman is an upgrade from Warren. Listen, Kevin Coleman is an upgraded Newman. Okay, listen. Literally, he's an upgraded Newman. So Newman's what, 5'7", 5'8"? The Kevin Coleman kid's 5'11", just as shifty. That's all you're doing. You're replacing a Newman for a bigger, a little bit faster Newman. That's all you're doing. That's what Kevin Coleman is literally the replacement of him. All right. But this is my thing. If you don't go all the way, then what? Because if we're being honest, you're not out talenting any team. Just because you get a kid that is out of high school, that's a 4-star, what makes it any different than Grambling getting a kid who was a former 4-star? What's the difference between FAMU getting somebody who is a who's a former 4-star? Explain me the difference. Explain me the difference. That's really all I want to know. Explain me the difference of teams getting transfer portal 4-stars, right? And you getting a 4-star out of high school. What's the difference? I just want to know what's the difference. Because if 247 is a composite of the star system and a kid that plays 1 year leaves and goes to the transfer portal, is he no longer a 4-star? What about all the 4-stars that sit the first year? Are they no longer 4-stars? I just make that make sense to me. And those same 4-stars that you had last year, did that help you in the Celebration Bowl? Do I see any 5-star offensive linemen? Do I see any 4-star offensive linemen? I just I just need some understanding, because the flash is really nice. Don't get me wrong. And you were barely blowing out teams then, right? So now that you got a 4-star receiver and you've added a strength to a strength, can we now take that? Listen, I'm gonna say this, and I heard CFL say the same thing, and I'm on 100% agreement, right? If Jackson State does not average 330 yards per game passing, you're trash. I don't care what you want to talk about. I don't care, Scotty, we 11-2, we 10-1, 9-0. If you don't average 300 passing yards, you're trash. You're trash. Listen, I don't care what you're talking about, because if a Quill Glass can do that without all the 4-star and 5-star guys on the team, then Shador, the almighty Jesus Christ Jr., should sure enough do the same. You're trash. I don't care. Listen, you're trash. Your passing game is trash. I don't want to hear nothing else. If a Quill Glass can average 300 plus yards with an average, compared to what Jackson State has, an average wide receiver core, you're trash. Listen, highway baloney. All right, let me take some of these calls. Highway trash. All right. Trash. And it's not, no, and I'm not putting no. This pressure just don't go on TC. See, that's what you like to do. You like to put that pressure on TC. Oh, no. It's on Jesus Christ Jr. It's on Jesus Christ Jr. All right. It's on Jesus Christ. Listen, Shador has all the pressure because this team is built for him. It's a Ferrari built for him. Simple as that. And is he going to be able to drive it? I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. I don't care what plays TC Taylor called. I don't care. Make it happen, Captain. Make it happen, Captain. Make it happen, Captain. All right. Make it happen. It's just that simple. And you can compare a pair of quick. No, it's his working parts. It's his working parts. That's what I'm comparing to. Because I'm comparing a Quill. You're comparing the quarterbacks. I'm comparing the car he was driving. Okay. A Quill has always had a Subaru. Okay. I don't matter how much you listen, a Subaru, reliable, dependable, gets the job done. He's never had a Ferrari. He's never had that. Never had a Ferrari. Never had a Lambo. Never had a Rolls Royce. But Jesus Christ Jr. does. There's no more. Come on, man. Come on. See, let's be real. See, CFL, low key. He know what, listen, football acumen, CFL know what he be talking about. He just don't be telling y'all everything. But listen, in our group chats, he really be talking. All right. He really be talking. So I just want y'all to be very clear. But let's be there's no more 8-16 games. There's no more 8-16 games. Okay. Now I've watched Kevin Coleman's videos. He's not bad. Okay. He is not listen, the way he tracks the ball in the air, A1 like sauce. A1 like sauce. All right. He is a stud tracking the ball in the air. His adjustments, the way he bends and leans and looks over. Trust me, that's a talent. It's a skill. He does it very, very well. His shiftiness is very, very great. I mean, this is the type of kid you just want him to touch the ball at least 10 times, right? That could be out the backfield. It could be on swing passes. It could be on quick hitches. You just want the ball in. Listen, Drum Major, don't worry about the likes. They not coming, all right? It's a lot of Jackson State people in here. They in their feelings. So don't expect too many likes. So I'm not expecting too many likes, all right? So the thing about Kevin that's great, like I said, is great, is the fact that he's the type of person that is simply going to make plays out of no plays. He's that type of kid where you can have him do a reverse, pitch the ball to him, quick screen, all those bubble screens, tunnel screens, all that type of stuff. That's what you want to see from a kid like this. And then every now and again, you take your shot deep with him because he'll be in the slot mostly. But he's that kind of kid. Punt returns, kick returns, all that type of situation. So he's the gadget guy, like the gadget guy that you want. Any of those gadget plays that you want the ball at the end is him, because he's the kind of guy that can take a 1 yard, 2 yard, 4 yard, 5 yard route and take it to the crib. All right, break about 3 tackles, take it to the crib. So his talent alone is nasty. Okay, so let's make that very clear. He is not a scrub. He is worth every star. He is special. My whole point is this: with special, I need to see special. All right, and it needs to start at the quarterback and the offensive coordinator. They need to get on the same page. Okay. Now, this is my thing. Right? It's just that simple. You got to make it work. Right? And this is my thing. All right. So breaking that down, when I say you got to make it work, TC and Shedeur have to be able to get, because listen, man, we know what this is about. I'm telling you right now, if Shedeur Sanders does not have Cole Kelly numbers, 4,000 passing yards, that's the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum. That's the 4,000 yards is the bare minimum for Shedeur Sanders. Passing yards. And if you're not agreeing with that, you're lying to yourself. With this offense, if I put a Cameron Ward back there, 5,000 yards. If I put a Cole Kelly back there, 5,000 yards. It's easy. So if you want to be one of the greats, if you want to be considered in one of the greats and not have these fake stats where all you're doing is dicking and freaking dunking, you know what I'm saying? Going 8 for 16, going for 275, 250. Come on, bro. No, you need to have all world freaking numbers with this squad, because we know what this is about. This is all for Shedeur to get all the stats he needs to be in the NFL. That is just that simple. I'm going to build the team around my son to make sure he gets everything he needs to go to the pros. All right? Which is nothing wrong with that, because in the process should bring wins and notoriety for Jackson State. So Jackson State fans, y'all should be happy. All right? But if I was a running back, I'm not going to Jackson State. If I'm a quarterback, I'm not going to Jackson State. For what? I'm not going to. It's not. Listen, running the ball is like, I guess we'll run the ball. All right? Like that's the situation. I guess we'll run the ball. I guess we'll toss it here. I guess that's what you are as a running back at Jackson State. All right, that's what you are. You're a luxury. You know, okay, if we give you the ball, if we don't, okay. Running back by committee. Second, you're pretty much like a 6th round. You're like a 6th round running back. All right, just get anybody. Get anybody. It don't matter. Like, hey, you want to run the ball? Hey, cameraman, you want to run the ball? Come on, man. It is what it is. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
What's going on, Scotty? N.O. Joe, man.
Talk to me.
I'm going to shock a lot of people. I don't even think Jackson State going to win the SWAC championship.
Why is that?
That's my truth, because every game they won last year, they only won because of talent. They didn't outcoach nobody. And all these other coaches, they getting talent now that can coach. And I don't think they ain't going to be able to outcoach nobody. What I think they need to do, they need to throw away Deion Sanders' playbook, that T.C. Taylor and Shedeur come together and create a new fucking playbook. They need to let Warren follow the best receiver, and stop playing that fucking zone all the time. But I don't think they're going to win the SWAC, because the coaching ain't showed me that. They just been winning games because they out-talented everybody. But everybody in the SWAC is getting better talent. They got to worry about fucking Grambling State. That's what they need to fucking worry about, because Hugh can coach. And he going to have some time to put that team together, man. I'm out of here. Remember, I said it. They ain't going to win the SWAC championship.
I heard it. I heard it loud and clear. All right, man. Peace. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, what up? This is Trev from York, Pennsylvania.
Talk to me.
Hey, shout out to you. Hey, man. Hey, shout out to you talking about PV, man. I did donate for them, so I was definitely a lookout for them.
Oh,
so
appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Absolutely. But second of all, like you made a point earlier, yeah, they need to get some road raiders on that front line, man, because if you get some dogs on the linemen, on the offensive line, man, you're blowing through everybody with all that talent that they got at Jackson State. But like you said, if he can't do nothing if he ain't got time to throw at the end of the day. They need to get some like hogs up front that's pushing people out the way and just manhandling folks. That's what they really need.
I agree with you. With offensive linemen, the thing with offensive linemen is everybody looks good in practice. You know what I'm saying? Like that's you got to see what they look like against somebody else they haven't seen at practice. Because after a while in practice, you kind of get people's tendencies, unless you're a freaking James Houston, where you're just a freaking monster and you probably crush everybody that you go up against. So that's something different. My thing is this. This is where the offensive line thing worries me when it comes to Jackson State, because other teams know the way to affect Jackson State is getting to Shedeur. So if I don't spend a lot of time doing nothing else, I'm going to get me some D linemen that can go get the quarterback. See, and this is what people try. This is where people miss the notion. They're like, why are you always bringing up Jackson State? Well, they're their standard. So if I know that's the team that I got to beat, well, I got to find players that are part of their weakness. That's how it works. And if you work in the NFL, like, okay, Patrick Mahomes, we got to go get the quarterback, right? If you're playing Lamar Jackson, we got to get guys who can keep him in the pocket. D-line. It all starts at the D-line position. So let's not act like Manor, FAM, Southern, Valley. Like, these teams are not looking for defensive linemen that can go get the guy. And if we're being 100% honest, South Carolina State, they have a small offensive line, and Buddy Pugh said it. He said, we have a small line, but we like fast guys. So you might beat us in weight. You might beat us in size, but my guys are just faster than your guys. And he said the Jackson State offensive linemen have slow feet. So if that's the case, and even if you go into next year and you want these big road raiders, well, if you get a team, and mind you, they don't run the ball. So if you have a fast D lineman, I have time to get around you instead of you trying to run the ball through me. That's how you get it. That's how you become effective.
And that was one of the big weaknesses I saw. Is like how you not get a guy running the ball, because then that keeps the defense off balance.
There you go.
Can do a whole lot.
There you go. If it was more, if the focus wasn't on Shedeur throwing for over 300 yards, and it was just like, hey, let's have Shedeur at like 250, 270, run for another 100 and 120. I don't think many teams probably could see Jackson State, but that's not their philosophy, and that's not their mindset. Their mindset is, let's make Shedeur the star, have him toss it around the yard 30 or 40 times, and let's put his stats up. So if that's what you want to live with, then understandably, your guy got to show up. See, that's the problem with people. They be like, Scotty, you're comparing such and such to such and such. I'm not comparing them anything. I'm comparing with the style of offense that they play. They play an offense that is around the quarterback. So if the quarterback don't, like this year, the style of offense was still around Shedeur, but the defense won them games. You see what I'm saying? So once again, the offense is still built around Shedeur, they just had a time to kind of go through a testing period because of the fact their defense was so good, nobody could really score on them. You know what I'm saying? So now we'll see what that looks like in year 2.
Yeah. And I trust that Jackson State's going to get it done, because, you got to think about, they had 9 months to do what they did and the way that they turned things around. So I'm thinking they're probably going to address some of those issues, hopefully deal with some scheme stuff. Because I think that was the biggest thing, is that South Carolina State, they schemed better. They had a whole month to look at Jackson State's film and be like, oh, we got them. And they just wouldn't turn it over. They wouldn't turn it on out.
That's what it is. That's just simply what it is. And if you really want to get to the nitty gritty of recruiting, if you look at what the SWAC is recruiting, it's DBs and D linemen. They got sick. And once again, I'm not saying any of these guys are great, because we don't know, right? We don't know. But because I don't know if the 4-star guy is going to be great. I don't know the 4-star transfer receiver that A&M guy is going to be great. I don't know if the 4-star guy that Jackson State got again, and I don't know the 4-star transfer from Alabama A&M's DB. I don't know. We don't know what any of these guys are going to look like until they hit the field. But all I'm saying is this: if you haven't been watching the recruiting trail, Bama's are getting big DBs because they don't want what Malachi Wyman did last year to affect going up this year. And we all saw what Malachi Wyman looked like when he went against a big corner. Zafir Kelly is 6'2", 210. He's that guy. And when he went against Malachi Wyman, he didn't look like Malachi Wyman. Jacoby Durant, 5'11", 6 foot, 180, maybe 190, one of the top corners in the MEAC in the FCS, went against Malachi Wyman. He didn't look like Malachi Wyman. So let's not act like the talent gap is that far. It's really not.
No. He went up against a seasoned vet, and that kid's going to at least get picked up in the second round. He should get picked up in the second round at least. Second or third, at least.
It is. Man, it's gonna be. We're gonna see. I hope he goes that high, but I doubt it. But I hope he does. But hey, man, appreciate the call.
Right.
All right.
Absolutely.
So listen, man. This is the crazy thing. Like, yeah. Once again, Kevin Coleman is not a bad player. All right. Let me just say that flat out. If you watch his film, he's shifty. He can do all the gadget stuff you need. His strongest, man, listen, his strong suit is actually adjusting the ball into the air. If you've never played wide receiver, catching the ball over your shoulder is not as easy as people make it look. I'm trying to tell you that right now. All right. So his ability to adjust and bend on routes to adjust to the ball is really special if you watch it. All right. Really, really special. But once again, I just need these because that's all these Bammers be doing is jumping in my Instagram, jumping in my Twitter, talking about, oh, Scotty, did you see? Oh, Scotty, see what? What's there to see? What's there to see? All right, really, what is there to see? Now, I think if I'm being honest, though, if I'm being really, really, really honest, I think the most scariest guy in that wide receiver room is actually Quay Davis. If I'm being 100% real with you, and I know a lot of people they haven't seen him play, that boy Quay Davis is probably the scariest guy in that room, in that wide receiver room, if I'm being a whole buck right now. Because I feel he's the most complete receiver on that team. Quay can jump and get it. He can route you and get it. He can run by you and go get it. I think Quay is probably the best overall receiver in that room, in my personal opinion. So that is I think Quay Davis is probably the best overall receiver in that room, in my personal opinion. But once again, my thing is this: if you're a team in the SWAC, your whole mindset is you gotta attack Shador. You gotta attack Shador. You gotta get pressure. And if you have the D lineman, why? No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No. Okay, try again. No, it's not. If you try to go score for score with Jackson State, I don't know many teams that could probably do that at this point in time, because a lot of teams aren't bringing back second-year quarterbacks, third-year quarterbacks. A lot of teams are going to be starting fresh at quarterback. So you're going to be in situations where, do you trust your quarterback? Do I trust my quarterback to make this throw? Can I do? Those, you're going to have those type of issues. So I think keeping the game close, keeping it short, shorten the game up is probably in your best benefit. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, you live.
Yeah, Scotty. First of all, I want to thank you for, letting me come on your show and talk. But I just wanted to get something. And so, okay, congratulations to Jackson State for getting these top recruits, right? But I just want, as a football mind, right, I just want to ask you this question. So, like, Deion Sanders, right, like, he's one of the greatest defensive back of all time. Do you think that, like, since, like, God bless him so much with the ability to play that position, that it affects in that area of coaching? Like, I'm talking about, like, as far as, like, head coach, I'm not talking about coaching as a position, as far as head coaching, because you can bring these guys in, but you still got to develop them for them to go on that field and prove to these people and these scouts that they are top talent. Because I think Deion Sanders, like, he can recruit. To me, he got like a GM mind. But as far as like coaching, I think that's one of the things where God like didn't bless him that as far as coaching.
Oh, all right. So listen, man, that's a two-part question, right? Because listen, there is going to be things that Deion can tell defensive players that most probably defensive coordinators don't know or don't see, because he's Deion Sanders. There's things he's going to tell corners to do that most DB coaches can't do because he's Deion Sanders, a technique, a style. But once again, every player is going to play to his comfort level. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might teach him a technique or a style or whatever, but he's still going to play within himself because at the end of the day, I'm not Deion. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that Deion could do that I'm not, and I don't feel comfortable doing it. So I wouldn't say that he probably can't coach everything, You know what I'm saying? He can't coach everything, but at the end of the day, he can definitely have a say-so in a lot because he's played offensive. He played offense and defense side of the ball, and he's been around some of the greats. So I definitely think he can, do a lot. But hey, man, appreciate the call though.
Yeah,
Hey, what's up, Book? Talk to me.
Hey man, just real quick, enjoying the show. Just 2 quick points. One, J-State stacking the receiver room. I know everybody getting all excited about that, but really what I'm looking at is who is our next Corbin, right? Because to me, Corbin was the most lethal receiver, because he's what set Weidman up. We could put Corbin in the slot. You can move Corbin around, get a mismatch, and he just he moved the chains. So who in that room is going to be our chain mover?
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Let me stay with you on that one because it's fun, bro. Listen, you are preaching to the choir today because you 2 for 2 today on these calls. Before I got on the live show, I talked to somebody from Jackson State, right? From Jackson State. I just say Jackson State, and that's what he said. He said, Scotty, we're doing a lot, but Keith Corbin. He said, I told him, I said Keith Corbin was a guaranteed 8 catches, 100 yards. That was his stat line.
Man. They got to move the chain.
Exactly. So and they told me that. He said, yeah, you're right, Scott. That's what we're looking for, that safety blanket. That's what he called, for Shedeur. It was a safety blanket. So you're absolutely right. They are looking for that role of who can take in that role and be that slot guy or be that safety blanket for Shedeur. But go ahead, man. You preaching. Go ahead. Good one.
Yeah, trying to get that safety blanket. I'm from, get those matchups, right?
Yeah.
The other thing too, when we talk about matchups is, all these guys are pretty big, but like you talking about with the big corners and the elite corners, there aren't that many of them, right? So I line up my 4 or 5 wide, 6+ whatever receivers, however big they are. It's a mismatch somewhere. But really, what I'm saying right now, you remember when Sean Taylor and those dudes were brand new coming to the league, it was like a aberration to see a corner over 6'1". You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This kind of what the SWAC is going to now. But the point is, it's also an aberration to see like that kid from South Carolina State. It's not just that he's big. He was big. He had feet. He could flip his hips, and he was physical, right? So either way, we need I think this in the SWAC. This is my conference play period. Yeah. As those guys with that level of talent come in. I think we're going to see a lot better, a lot more competitive and crisper route running, a lot more, just athletes putting their talent on display is going to be out there. And then we can start having the coaching conversation, right? Because now the differentiating between good and championship is going to be route selection, play calling, and scheme. That's really what I'm looking at. I just want to kind of get your thoughts on that.
No,
really. When we played PV, remember when Shedeur threw that pick? That's a route they played him and calling all season.
That was
the first cat that could make that play.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let's break that play down because I get what you're saying. One, it was the first time somebody made a switch call. You know what I'm saying? That's the first time. And then on top of that, he went up and made the play. So it's not just because as a defensive coordinator, I can call it. You know what I'm saying? But will you make the great play or do you just make a good play? You know what I'm saying? So do you bat the ball down or do you go make the pick? Because if you bat the ball down, Jack State gets 3 points. It's little things like that make you different between going to be great and just being good. You see what I'm saying? So it's just those little things. But I do agree with you. When the talent comes in, then the influx of coaching needs to go up as well. But this is my part. I want to kind of counteract that just a tad because a lot of games that Jackson State were in that were in dog fights, it was due to the players got them there. Right? The coaching failed them at the end. The Southern game, the Alcorn game, those games were failed by coaching because you either did something that was unconventional or you did something why'd you stop doing that which was working? It's those little things like that. So I think with more talent, I'm gonna put the focal point on the coaches because now before I could say, you just didn't have a guy. You didn't have a guy that can make that play for you. I get it. But now that you got some guys coming in,
what's the excuse now?
What's the excuse now? What's the excuse now? You know what I'm saying? So because what you're going to see from Jackson State is, and what I'll always credit them, they're going to put the players in position to look good, right? So you're going to put an Aubrey Miller in a blitz situation every down. Why? Because he's a blunt force instrument. Not too many people want to block Aubrey Miller 3 times in a row. Like, you don't want to see that guy.
Trying to do that all
nobody trying to do that all. Yeah, man, listen, I got dental bills. I don't want to keep hitting this man every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's just little things like that, you know, having Cam in the box all the time. Like, he's a finisher. So, you know, when the run gets to him, he's going to finish it. But see what other SWAC coaches would do, I got him playing deep thirds. For what? He's a finisher. Like, he wants to be around the box. He's that good. You know, like, it's just little things like that. Like, you got a man corner, put him in zone. Why? He's a man guy. Put him in. So it's situations like that you be like, this coaching don't make no sense. But we'll see. We shall see.
Yeah, and that's it. And then I guess my last question is, and I get off your line, is, hey, using that same play we just got to be talking about as an example. So now, if Shedeur had seen corners who could do that earlier in the season, that same play, to me, he doesn't drop it short. He puts it in the corner. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
He drop it over the shoulder, put it in the corner, and now we're talking about, you know, hey, you can play the best that you can, and Corbin can get to it, he can get to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
and it's either him or nobody else. I get what it's either Corbin gets it or nobody else gets it because of the way you put the ball.
Right.
But you're absolutely right.
Right.
That play has worked so many times. I never thought about it like that. You see what I'm saying? So I 100% agree with you, Book. 100% agree with you.
Hey, man, I appreciate you.
Hey, man, appreciate you. 2 for 2 today, baby. You killing them.
Yeah, we got to get that.
Let's go, Cowboys.
About it like that.
Talk to me. You live.
Hello, Coach Stewart here.
What's up, Coach?
I want to put this on record, and remember, Coach Stewart said it first. This person's going to win 3 or 4 games for them next year, and it's someone they're not even talking about, the white boy kicker. He's going to win that game for them time after time.
I'll give you that.
All they got to do is cross the 50.
Yeah, you're right.
That's all I got to say.
He's legit. Hey, appreciate the call. Nah, you're right. He's legit. Nah, Trey legit. Like that. So if we're being, listen, Coach Stewart, he hit the head right on. He hit the net right on the head. That boy, man, listen, that boy Trey, he's probably the most. Nobody cares about kicking until you need it, and Trey is legit. Okay, like Trey is legit, man. So all those missed extra points and all that stuff, you can count that in. You can count that in the past, unless it's blocked. You can count that in the past. You're going to have the most confident field goal kicker probably in the SWAC next to FAMU. FAMU and Jackson State are probably going to have the 2 best kickers in the SWAC, in my guess. That's by far. Because that boy from FAMU is ridiculous. All right, ridiculous. Cowboys, Eagles, 16-10. Let's get it, baby. Let's go, Cowboys. All right, so that's what. But this is my thing, man. Like, going back to what Book said, and the call lines are open: 516-259-9041, 516-259-9041. All right, so this is my thing when it comes to where the SWAC is going compared to where it was. Right, you are having an influx of talent. I mean, let's be real. The transfer portal is probably the best thing that has ever happened to the SWAC, because of the fact of kids are coming down, kids are coming up, and you can grab these kids, get them on your program, get them in an environment that they're like, oh man, I didn't even think about this, or, you know, I know nobody else reached out to me and all. You're giving a chance to make a bid for these players you would have never thought would have came to your program. You know what I'm saying? So now let's not act like Jackson State is the only team getting talent. Grambling, Maurice Washington from Grambling, stupid running back. Okay, Alabama A&M just signed a 4-star receiver from Arkansas, called itself Baby Megatron. Like, let's not act like there's not talent being influxed. All right, and then you just got Coach Dancy doing what Coach Dancy, which is coaching his ass off. All right, and FAMU is getting players left and right as well. And just because they don't have stars, don't mean they're not dogs. Listen, I'm not saying that stars don't matter, but what I'm saying is some of the best players on your team won't have stars. They just have a hunger and drive to be great that most players don't. And those are the kind of players that you want on your team that just show up and show out. Hey, guy, hey, man, you live.
Hey, Scotty, like what you said. I like what you're saying. That transfer portal is the best thing that happened to the SWAC. It is facts. What's going on with like Alcorn? They haven't been doing nothing. That's what I want to know.
Man,
like you see Grambling doing all this. You see Jackson State. You see, like you said, Coach Dancy. What is Alcorn doing? What is Southern doing?
Southern.
Like, I ain't hear nothing about.
Hey, man, I got a call. It's funny. It's funny you called me and said this. I had a call from a Southern guy. He was like, man, Scotty, I'm a little worried, man. We a little quiet. He's a Southern fan.
Exactly. Like, how can you not jump on the wagon? Like,
man,
all these other teams are picking up the program. You got to get with the program.
Got to.
I know Steve McNair or Coach McNair is one of the best coaches in the SWAC, but if you don't have, I don't know.
Somebody, I'm reading the comments that Alcorn's going the JUCO route, but listen. But this is the thing that people don't understand. McNair is used to dealing with let's be honest, lesser talent. And he's just used to coaching them up. That's nothing new for him. He's not like, if you're a coach's coach, there are certain things, yes, I need talent for. Quarterback, you need talent. There's only so much coaching you can do at the quarterback. You need a talented quarterback. And then at other positions, corner, you want one good great corner, you know what I'm saying? But everybody else, you kind of coach scheme around it, and you want one good DN, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody you can just depend on to go get the ball. But a lot of other positions, you just got to coach Bama's up. And he's not scared to coach him up.
Saying. Like, we haven't even seen or heard anything about the quarterback position. I don't even know who they got on their roster that was supposed to be next in line after Harper.
I think they got, from what G told me, GSPN, I think he did he was in the Spaces, and they said he got a kid they got a transfer kid from somebody. I think his name is like Aaron something, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Somebody sent me some information, but they definitely got a transfer quarterback coming in. And then
the last thing I want to say before you go ahead and hang up, where can I find this information? Because they'll keep up with Jackson State's recruiting on like Rivals or 247, but you can't go anywhere on the internet and have an updated recruiting class for FAMU. You can't go anywhere on the internet.
You got a Twitter, bro. Twitter. You better Twitter. Listen. You need to follow all the schools. Follow Alcorn. Follow Southern. Follow them, bro. And get in these SWAC groups, good or bad. They got information as well. So, but definitely Twitter.
Because Hugh Jackson is getting me excited for this season, man. Right now, the second best team in the SWAC. It's still FAMU, but Grambling's on his way. I'm excited for Grambling.
Hey, and follow and follow Light On Sports. Yeah, on Instagram, Light On Sports. Yeah, follow him. He has all the updates. I don't know how the hell he does it, but he do it though. But yeah, man, but definitely follow him. No problem, man. Appreciate the call. Hey, let me get to this fake deacon up here real quick. There's somebody. Let me see. Did I pass this fake deacon? Let me see. This guy right here, this fake deacon, Dylon. Who's the greatest five? Daimir. Come on, Daimir. Scotty is really doesn't like. Ooh, man, I'm gonna need you to fix that. Scotty, listen, if you're gonna do it right, do it right. Scotty really doesn't like. Okay, come on, man. Autocorrect is real. Scotty really doesn't like JSU. He does everything in his power to sideline hate on them. Ooh, sideline hate, and you do everything to sideline stay in the comments, Dylon. So just as quickly as you can type, you can call Dylon. Okay, thank you, Dylon. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Talk to me.
Hey, hold on. Yeah, I had just a comment. I think you're right though, as far as like talent.
Hold on. Did Ryan, a Jackson State fan, say I'm right? Woo! I must be doing something right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I think you're right. Like talent is everything, but it's a hell of a down payment. So
I like that. That.
Real talk.
That's real.
So Jackson State last year, like I think talent won they won 11-1. Talent won all them games for them because coaching is what it was lacking. Like I wasn't impressed with, us more on the offensive side of the ball. Like I called earlier in the year, and I was like, why they ain't throwing the ball deep? They doing too much. Like that time you did the film session.
Yeah.
And four times they ran the same little play against ULM. You know what I mean? So
I think coach held them back along with the offensive line. But when I was talking about talent, like if you look at the top 10 teams in FBS, your Clemson's, your Alabamas, Georgias, those usually the teams at the end who are in the playoffs. And it's no coincidence they year in, year out get the most talent. Agreed?
Agree.
So with Jackson State, like, you know, with them getting all this talent, only thing it is putting them in a position where they should win. And Jackson State fans agree with you. If we don't win at all, shit, it's a letdown. The season ain't, you know what I mean? It's not a good season. So
if I'm being honest, last year to me would have. Wait, listen. No, I'm being bro. No. Let me finish. I'll let you go. Let me finish. Last year, I would have said it was a bigger letdown than this year, right? And the reason is I don't care about Travis Hunter. I don't care that you got. If I'm being 1 5-star he's not LeBron. Like basketball can be dictated by one player. You know what I'm saying? Football is a team sport, so it takes a lot of moving parts to make it all work. But this is my thing. This year, with everybody knowing what's expected of them and what their team has to look like, I honestly would not blame Jackson State if they did not win the SWAC championship because teams know what they need to do to compete. Last year, it was a wave, bro. Like nobody saw Jackson State coming. They knew they had players. Nobody seen their scheme. Nobody seen their offense. It was just a runaway train that you were just in front of. You know what I'm saying? Like you just like, dang, I got to take this hit. But now coming back for a round 2, teams gotta understand what their weaknesses were, what they gotta get better at. So if I'm being honest, I wouldn't really blame Jackson State if they didn't go undefeated in the SWAC or if they did not win the SWAC. I really would not, because realistically, teams are trying to get better. They're not on the status quo.
You can look at it like that, but me being a fan of Jackson State last year, to me, like. And again, even if people ain't nobody really expect Jackson State to win everything last year. Even like BJ Jones, he didn't expect Jackson State to win the SWAC East Division. No, a lot of people didn't pick Jackson State to win the SWAC East.
I picked them.
I think you did. I think you did. But a lot of people you bought on. A lot of people you bought on your show didn't even pick Jackson State. So for them to do that, you know, that really was a year early to me. You know what I mean? I thought Alabama A&M. I like the Alabama A&M to win. But to me, it was a year early. So this year,
do you remember what I said? Let me tell you what I said. I said, and please remember, I said, this is what I said. I said I got Jackson State winning the SWAC. I said, but it's going to be tough. I didn't think they were going to go undefeated, but I thought they was going to, lose to Alabama A&M, whatever, and come back, beat them, whatever. My thing was this. The only thing I was adamant about, I said, if they had a transfer quarterback, I kept saying that. I said, if they would have got a transfer quarterback, there's no team I would pick against Jackson State. That's exactly what I said. I said, if they were to get a transfer quarterback, there's no because that was the only position I didn't feel comfortable at because I didn't know what Shador was going to be. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't know. So that was the only position, but it was really the offensive line. But, at the end of the day. So now going into year 2 with everything, now you can pretty much put it back on the offensive line. And Shador is supposed to know better. But then at the other time, these teams know what to do to get to Jackson State. Now, Jackson State has to make adjustments. Go ahead.
But Scott, on that point, like we don't give Alabama that pass just because the teams in the SEC know what they're gonna do every year, and they fans still expect them to win the SEC. Matter of fact, they fans expect them to go undefeated every year.
But let's be real. I mean? So, hold on, Ryan. Let me go back and forth. Let me go back and forth with you. But on the real though, Nick Saban always coaches his teams to the talent that he has. Let's be like, if you've seen this, and Blue has said that he's one of the best change as go head coaches, because before it was all ground and pound. Then Sarkisian comes in, and then becomes it comes a throwing system, and then Lane and all these guys come in, and now you have Bill O'Brien in there, and they damn near going 4 and 5 wide every other play. So he grows with the talent around him. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you would like to see from Jackson State. Do they grow with the talent that they get? Or is the 5 wide going to get better? Yeah, it goes back to it's all coaching at this point. It ain't the talent. You're gonna get talent.
And on the last point, you were saying that their weaknesses with just the what's the kid name we just got? What's his name?
Kevin Coleman.
We just got
Kevin Coleman.
Yeah, with him, like, that is icing on the cake. Wide receiver room deep, and I agree. But I don't know if you know about the kid they got from ULM on the line.
Yeah, I mean, I seen him. I mean, like I said, offensive lineman, I can't. You can, like, first of all, I'm not an offensive lineman. All right. So, Blue, if you want to know more about him, you can talk to Blue. Blue's an offensive lineman, played it, lived it. I'm a firm believer when it comes to offensive lineman. I don't know what you are until you see somebody that you haven't blocked before. That's really how I look at it. Like, because it all looks good, but with offensive lineman is dictated on you and the person next to you. Right. So, does he, you can make me look bad because you didn't, when I pushed my man off or whatever, you didn't slide or he stunted and you didn't do that. So it's very dependent. It's codependent. You can block your man, but if the other guy doesn't do his job, it makes you look bad, all type of stuff, man. So communication. I agree. So it's really tough like that. So that's why I like to see offensive linemen work together before I say they're good or bad. But hey, man, appreciate the call, Ryan. Got a lot of people on the phone.
Hold on, Scott, let me get the last point though. Come on. The last weakness on Jackson was you said it all year last year, and you right. It ain't so until the last game. But the secondary, you think they addressed that? In your opinion? That secondary been addressed this
with Travis, to a certain extent, your back end is still garbage though. Passing wise, your back end is still garbage. Like I listen. Cam is my favorite player. Cam number 12 is my favorite.
CJ is gone now. We got the JUCO. We got the top.
You don't listen.
Hopefully he can play that.
Listen. He plays off man. He does not play press man very well. All right, I've watched this tape. Press man, Keelan Kennedy is not that good. Off man, he's
pretty good. Travis? What about Travis in the slot?
But listen, you still have safety. You still play with safeties, right? Unless you're not playing with safeties. Are you still playing with safeties? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So unless you go in straight cover zero every single time, you still have safeties that you got to worry about. So if I spread you out 5 and I still go one-on-one with Shiloh, one-on-one with Cam, that's the weak link right there. I'm gonna take the advantage. Listen, and I'm not saying Travis. Think about it. Travis might be a 5-star, right? There's 5 stars at the Power 5 level that get done up by 4 stars. Am I lying? Yes or no? Okay, so that doesn't change the fact that there's not players on the other side of the ball who can give Travis the business. What it comes down to in the SWAC is, can my quarterback, 1, block up Jackson State, and 2, can he make the throw? Hey, appreciate the call, Ryan. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Coach Green?
All right, hold on. Let me turn my volume down. Hey, man.
What's up?
Just for the guy. Hey, I want to give you a whole lot of props. When Blue did the Malachi Whiteman jump, he gave you a nice little right hook. He came back, bro, with a
I told you I wasn't going down like that, man. I told you I wasn't going down like that, man.
Hey, I was just thinking if boxing turned, bro. Hey, I just imagine you say, "Damn, he got me. I'm coming back. You went to your corner, you say, "Hey, I got something for him. I'm coming with this flurry."
I had to, man. I told you I wasn't gonna let Blue beat me down like that, man. He came out the gate swinging. I'm like, God dang, that's what we doing, Blue? Okay, all right, let me step my game up.
Cause you always talk about Malachi Whiteman. I was like, hey, Scotty gonna get that interview. And then when I saw Blue, I say, damn, we got Scotty.
Hey, Blue be working, bro. My boy Blue be working.
Hey, you always spoke highly of Blue. Hey, Blue shows it every time.
I told you.
All right.
The boy wonder.
Yeah. Oh, boy wonder. Hey, boy wonder for a reason. Now, let me get to my guy that was talking about worrying about Southern. Look, you already spoke on the couple of defensive line players that they picked up. You talked about a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
They did get 2 commitments for 2 big corners, 6'1" and 6'2". So and signing day ain't until February. So just sit back and wait. Because I look at when Dooley came in for my guy that was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So sit back and wait. Don't worry about Southern.
Go ahead.
We gonna do our thing. Because, Southern and Grambling, they all had their down years. They come back they come back like fire, bro. That's one thing I can say. And now, let me go. I'm going to say something about Graham. I hope this is going to be a name you're going to say a lot, because I know you're going to have some nice takes to say if this boy do something. Lamborghini Williams.
Okay. I like that name, though.
That's why I said hopefully he do something where you can be talking, put your little text on it, how you like to put your little twist to it.
I like that name. That's fire, man. I like that.
Yeah. When I saw it, because his nickname is Deuce, but his real name is Lamborghini. And I was like, damn, Lamborghini Williams? And I was like, damn, you could do something with this.
Yeah, that's nice.
I can imagine now. If you don't do nothing, you're going to be like, hey, you might need to take that Lamborghini to the shop.
Like Kanye West said, couldn't afford a car, so she named her daughter Alexis. Let's go. But what's the question, Coach Green? I got a lot of people on the call line.
All right. This is my question. Something to your point when everybody was talking about, with the 5-star. Just break it down to people about somebody like a Darius Leonard that nobody knew about. Break that down to everybody, and the people in the back. They always talk about stars, because you got these people that wasn't no stars that come out and look what he's doing, the highest paid linebacker in the league right now.
Okay,
so break that down for everybody.
Hey, no problem, Coach Green. I'm gonna let you go though, but appreciate the call.
All right.
So listen, and this is what I want to say, and thank you, Coach Green, for bringing that up. And I want to say this to Sonic Boom C98. This is why I know you Bamas don't be watching football. You have to be scouted, right? Hold on. Let me see. I got to get my praise and worship on. You have to be scouted to get stars. So you're telling me that the scouts didn't notice that Tyreek Hill had 4.2 speed? You're dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. That lets you know the star rating is skewed. You're making my point. Oh, he didn't have 2-star speed. No shit, Sherlock, but he wasn't rated as such. We all see that he should have been rated higher than that. That's why the star thing is messed up, because it's slanted, my boy. So as a scout, I should have been able to see that my man had more than 2-star speed. That speed is elite. Alone should have been a 4-star. Off his feet alone, he should have been a 4-star, but he was a 2-star. So that tells you recruiting and scouting is skewed a little bit. They can't get everything right. So I'm not saying that 5-star players aren't 5-star. And I'm not saying 4-star players aren't 4-star. But at the end of the day, like, him being rated a 2-star lets you know that something is their issue. He might not be a 5, like somebody said. Let me see. Hill issue at the time was route running. Okay. But there's more to receivers than just route running. So just because you can't run routes, you can't be a 4-star? Miss me with that. You know how many kids in college can't run routes and are 5-stars based off pure athleticism, that they can jump, catch, and run? Shut up. Y'all Bamas need to shut the hell up sometimes, for real. Because in these comments, y'all looking real slow. All right? Real slow. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
What's up, Scotty? I got two things to ask you. First thing is all these receivers in the SWAC, they getting picked up and everything. As of right now, at the end of this, I guess from right now, what you see as far as the receiving core for all SWAC teams, can you rank them like at least top 5 or top 6? And, since we're talking about 5-stars and walk-ons, let's talk about Travis Hunter and Xavier Smith, because that's the matchup everybody, really going to see the first, game. They're going to see them two go at it. And either it's going to be a Jerry Rice show and Xavier Smith going to go off, or it's going to be a battle like they used to do back in the day with Primetime and Jerry Rice just go at it. Like, that's going to be a really good matchup, because you talking about a walk-on that didn't get looked at all and showing people out and showing up, and you talking about a 5-star that you don't know what you're going to get until he touches the field. So can you do that for me?
All right, repeat. My bad. I was looking up Tyreek Hill's 247 rating. As everybody can see, he was a 4-star coming out of high school. So whoever said he was a 2-star was wrong. All right. So anyway, I like to prove people wrong. But anyway, so that means the scouts did see his speed and realize. So all y'all can shut up. So anyway, okay. So what was the question again, my boy? My bad.
Hey, you good, Scotty? This Ron, bro. Can you rank right now the top receiving core from like 1 through 5?
I'll go 1 through 3.
Put them in your order.
I'll go 1 through 3. I'll go 1 through 3 because I can't give you that because listen, there's certain things you can't do because receivers are dependent position, right? So as much as I can go by straight talent and skill, number 1 would be Jackson State, number 2 would be Alabama A&M. Then number 3, I mean, who you gonna put? You maybe Texas Southern, but that's based off if Andrew Body can get them the ball. You know what I'm saying? But you could probably go Texas Southern. You could probably go. I can't say Grambling because Grambling done revamped their whole wide receiver room, so I can't give you that. Alabama State, you know, they're still Rocket Mortgage Hornets, so I don't know about that. FAMU, I can't give it to them because I never thought their wide receiver room was that special anyway. I mean, you're losing. What Xavier Smith coming back? No, he's a senior. He graduated.
Yeah, no, he's coming back.
He's coming back. Okay,
I think he got 1 more year.
So, but they're a small shifty type of group. So if they get a big guy there, then I could probably put them top 3. But right now, 1 and 2 is definitely Jackson State, Alabama A&M, and somebody said Alcorn. If LaCharles and CJ are coming, no, is it CJ or is it God dang, what's that boy's name? Is it Bowler? No, that's the corner. Number 5. If they both come back, then maybe I can put them at 4. But the receiver rooms for a lot of positions. Listen, man, like I'm worried about this quarterback play. That's what I'm worried about. Like you can have all the talent in the world. I.e. PV, right? You could have all the talent in the world. If your quarterback don't show up, i.e. Jawan Pass, then you have what you have. All right, you have what you have, and I could have. Let's be real. If I put, you know, let me see. If I put Rashawn McKay on Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? Like, is he going to be all world? Is he going to be a game manager still? Like, those are the situations you got to worry about, you know, because think about it. If Shador didn't have no time, you think Rashawn McKay going to have time? So it comes back to it all comes back. It's so dependent. But if we're going off straight talent, you definitely have to go number 1, Jackson State, number 2, Alabama A&M, and number 3, you know, you could probably throw in. PV's guys are pretty good. They're short though, but they're pretty good.
I'll say talent wise, you probably have to go with Graham. I guess Graham.
You don't know. You haven't. Have you seen any of them catch?
You haven't seen them play. My bad.
I can't give you that.
I was thinking on paper. My bad.
Oh no. Just because you 6'5" don't mean you good. I saw the 6'5" guy against Southern could barely jump. You know what I'm saying? When he went against Shiloh, he had like a -3 vert. Like, 6'5" don't mean nothing if you can't jump.
Guys ain't even got hands.
Come on, man. Like, what we doing, bro? Like, just because you tall don't mean you good. Like, it's great. Like, you know, it's always good to be big. But man, I've seen some 6'5" guys that can't jump, and i.e. the guy at Southern. He proves my point right there.
Yeah, and the last question was the matchup we're going to see in the beginning of the season. We're going to see Travis Hunter versus Xavier Smith. So how do you think that matchup going to go? Because he's a 5-star and Xavier was a walk-on and he produced himself as, you know, being one of the leaders in the SWAC.
Hey, let me tell you this, man. I'll give you this. I don't know Xavier personally, but them Florida dudes are just built different, man. Like, they live for stuff like that. And I think he's going to be ready. Now, my thing is, and this is what I'm gonna stand on this. I'm gonna stand on it. KJ Black and Willie Simmons, they're gonna have to keep that kid in the slot. He does more damage in the slot. You can't have Xavier. You can't have Xavier Smith on the boundary the whole game. It does, you know, him and Shareed should definitely be in the slot, and they need to go find some big 6'4", 6'5" guys that can go make it work. And if you put X in the slot, the way Jackson State plays their man-to-man, it's the best thing going for you. Because I'm not going to put you on, like, we all know that Jackson State, now they might change this up, but Jackson State doesn't have their corners travel. They play where they play and they play well, right? So you're probably going to have Xavier on a Keelan Kennedy or some corner that they have, and Xavier Smith is going to have a two-way go. So I can take Xavier Smith I can take him and Shareed having two-way goes over them just living at the boundary and Xavier trying to beat and make and Rashawn McKay or whoever trying to make that throw consistently against Travis Hunter. I'll take the inside over the outside any day of the week, and they need to start using their tight end as well.
Yeah. If this Vanderbilt can throw like Ryan Stanley can, I think Xavier will start playing in the slot, because you could tell the productivity that he had with Ryan Stanley and McKay, because Ryan Stanley, he had 77 catches.
They said X is gone.
Yards,
I thought Xavier was gone. They said Xavier is gone. He won't play next year for fam. I thought he was gone.
No, I just interviewed him on my page. He got his bachelor's. He's coming back.
Okay.
Interviewed him.
Okay, too easy.
Yeah, so all y'all saying is Xavier gone? No, he coming back. He gonna be a dog on the field. Y'all can watch the interview. Bridges are on top. Go on there. Like the page, subscribe.
All right, appreciate the call, my boy.
All right, appreciate it.
Hey, caller, you live? Talk to me.
Yo, what up, man?
Talk to me. What's your name? Where you come from?
Hey, Calvin, I'm from Mississippi, man.
All right, talk to me.
Hey, I got a lot of heat from them Southern fans. I posted something on that Rough of the SWAC group about the 10-year challenge, and they still slow as hell 10 years later. 4-7 in 2011 and 4-7 in 2021.
Oh, Southern? Yeah, hey, appreciate the call. I did see that. That was pretty funny. Appreciate that. Hey, caller, you live? Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, I was just calling in to talk to you about what happened with Kevin Coleman and everything. And, you know, I was looking at Jackson State's recruiting class, they got all the 5-star prospects, but what you've been kind of harping on your show is that you still gotta stockpile the trenches. So how do you feel about the move with getting Kevin Coleman, and how can that kind of propel Jackson State to go in, make a big push in the FCS playoffs?
Oh, they're not focused on that. They're not focused on FCS playoffs. They could care less. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it happens, because think about it, the only way to get into FCS playoffs is if they're out the SWAC championship, and Dion don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
I agree with you saying, but it's like, so I got another question for you. Like, how long do you feel like Dion will still stay at Jackson State? Because this recruiting's getting out of hand, man. You know what I'm saying? He's poached one player from Florida State. I'm a huge Florida State fan. And now he's came back and poached one from Miami. So I feel like he's putting the college world on the map, that Dion is really taking college football serious.
Mm-hmm.
And he could really honestly be a big time, if not a coach, a great recruiter or coordinator for a Power One football
Okay,
team.
first of all, if I'm Deion Sanders, there's no school in America that can make me a coordinator. I'm not doing it. You see, my value.
Can't do it.
What? My value. Listen, bro. Let's. The only coach that's seeing Dion is Nick Saban. That's because of championships. I'm not. There's no school. There's no amount of money you could pay me to go at a Power 5 school and be a coordinator. Get the hell out of my face. My value is too much.
Huh?
My value is too much.
Come on now, man. Come on. All right, check this out. Last question before you leave. All right. Who's going to be the most valuable player in the SWAC next year? Is it going to be Travis Hunter or Kevin Coleman?
Neither.
Neither.
Who are you taking? It got to be a quarterback. I don't know right now, but it got to be a quarterback. It's either going to be a running back or okay. Let me explain to you what Travis. You guys, listen. Let me help you understand something. The MVP is a stat competition, right? That means Travis Hunter is going to have at least 6 or 7 picks, and 2 or 3 of them go for pick sixes. Like, that's how impactful he has. He's going to have to be to beat a quarterback, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, this is a quarterback-driven league, bro. At the end of the day, it starts and ends with the quarterback unless you're in a run-based system. So Travis Hunter is going to have to play out of his gosh forsaking mind to get an MVP to be. Now, if he plays both ways and is impactful on both sides of the ball, gets about five picks, gets about 8 or 9, 10 touchdowns. Now you're talking. Now it's a lot easier. You're like, yo, this dude's doing it on both sides of the ball. Okay, yeah, we can make that happen. But if that's not the case, it's not going to him. It's going to go to a quarterback or a running back. That's what it is.
But I mean, hey, Scotty, the crazy thing is, you know, you said all that, but the thing about Travis Hunter is he's more than capable of doing that. I mean, if you look at it, the kid's highlights tapes, route running is not an issue. He's not Malachi Wiseman. All right. He can run a route.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, bro. And I agree with you. I think if I'm being a whole buck with you, bro, I think Travis Hunter is a 5-star receiver and a 4-star corner, which is still great. They're still great.
Hey, you hit a note because you're the only person that I've heard say that. I feel like Travis should not play defense. Man. I feel like he will be exposed because he's not physical enough. As far as his route tree, he's more swift and more smooth, and it's more natural for him.
Bro, to me he reminds me, if I'm being a whole buck with you, he reminds me of a Trayvon Diggs. And the reason I say that is because he's a gambler. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't mind jumping the route or seeing the route, but once again, that's not the style.
He's the Allen Iverson of college football, man. Allen Iverson of college football.
I think
you hit it on the head.
I think the thing about what Travis, like the style that Jackson State wants DBs to play, that mirror technique, it limits you to be able to look back for the ball. I think if he played over the top like a Trayvon Diggs, he would get picks all day long because he has great hands. Like as a receiver, he would be the best receiver in the room. Like, I don't care. Malachi, Quay, I don't give a damn who you talk about. Travis Hunter would by far probably be the best wide receiver in the group. The way he attacks the ball, and I know Blue's talking about Wideman. I'll take Travis Hunter over Wideman any day.
Oh yeah,
any day,
definitely, man.
Any day. The way he goes up.
I'm from Florida. Malachi Wideman is a bum. All right.
Oh, he's not that now. He's not that now. He's not that.
He's not. Hey, hold up. Hey, Scotty. He was at Tennessee first. Malachi Wideman cannot run a route. You look at his highlight tape. There's not one slant. It's all fade. It's all fades, man.
I agree with you. He's not a great route runner.
Not his hand talent. He gets separation because of his speed, Scotty. Come on now.
He's not a bum. Okay, listen. Just because you're not great at route running doesn't make you a bum. I played receiver, so listen to what I tell you. I understand what I agree with you, though. I feel he's a one-trick pony. I really do. He's a one-trick pony. I'm gonna do a fade, I'm gonna catch it, but he has great hands. So if he can spot the ball, he can attack the ball. He has really great hands. He can snatch it and get it. But that's why I don't think he is the best receiver in the room. To me, it'll go Travis Hunter, Quay Davis, Trevante Rucker. That would be my 3, and then you can put Shane Hooks and Malachi Wideman because they're one-trick ponies. But Travis Hunter, like the way he attacks the ball, oh my God, he's dumb.
Hey, Scott,
he's dumb.
He's crazy, man.
He's dumb.
His air point is crazy. He can catch anything. But the thing about it is, you know, you've been talking about coaching all your episodes, man, and you struck iron. I mean, because if you look at Deion's recruiting classes, all he's doing is getting more talented players. So when you've been saying that he's been out talenting guys, yes, but when it comes down to those matchups later on in the season, you need the guys in the trenches, and he's still not recruiting the guys at a level that you can to actually go farther in the FCS playoffs. Because I mean, if you think about it, if they had to line up with North Dakota State, who would you take?
North Dakota State.
Exactly. Why? Because
trenches.
Their line play,
they're
and
trenches.
they can run the ball.
Yeah, they're trenches.
Running the football leads to championships, right?
Easily. Yeah, easily. Hey, appreciate the call, my boy.
Hey, Scotty, I love the show, man. I just wanted to kind of give you that insight.
No, you good, man. Appreciate the call.
With you for a while. And hey, I also sent you a question to your Instagram a couple weeks ago about the playoffs. I just wanted to let you know that, yeah, man, I enjoyed listening to the show, and I just wanted some thoughts on that question for another day, man.
No problem, man. Appreciate the call.
Man. Take care.
Yeah. So listen, guys. Okay, he went a little hard. All right, he went a little hard. Okay, he did. He's not. Listen, I would never subscribe to the basis of Malachi Wideman's a bum. I'm not doing that. We all know he's not. All right, he's good at what he does. All right, but if we're being honest, he is a one-trick pony. Like you said, it's a great trick. It's a great trick. All right, it's just that's his trick. You know what I'm saying? It works. It works. If it don't, it don't. Throw it up to Malachi. If he comes down with it, congratulations, it worked. If it don't, congratulations, it didn't work. But this is my thing. If I'm being wholehearted, y'all can rank on me if y'all want to or whatever. I think Nugget's the better DB than Travis Hunter. That's just my personal opinion. I think that Nugget is a better DB than Travis Hunter. I think that Travis Hunter has more upside because of his ability to play both sides of the ball. But if we're going off basic just DB play, like coverage DB play, I think that Nugget is more solid in DB play. And I know everybody's going to say 4th and 19, Scotty, 4th and 19. Everybody gets done up, okay? Let's not act. Everybody gets a play. I know everybody, 4th and 19, 4th and 19, 4th and 19. Okay, whatever. All right, so miss me with all that. But I'm telling you, in my personal opinion, I think Nugget is a better technician of a DB, of how to play DB than I think this is my thing. I think Travis Hunter is a more finesse player. And like Nugget's a thug playing DB. All right. Like that's how I feel. Like Nugget's a thug playing DB. I feel like Travis Hunter is a wide receiver trying to play DB. That's my personal opinion. All right. So I mean, listen, guys, everybody thinks that because your Nugget had his worst game in the Celebration Bowl, it makes him a bad DB. Like before the season, nobody was throwing at Nugget. Nobody was throwing. South Carolina State, I can name the passes. Like, think about this. I can tell you probably every pass that was thrown at Nugget for the season. Okay, so let's not act like Nugget's a bum. Like, he's not a bum. Everybody just lives on the last thing, but Nugget is far from a bum. And I can tell you right now, I'll tell you this. If I was Alabama A&M, if I was FAMU, I would take Nugget one-on-one with Travis Hunter any day of the week. I would take that matchup any day. I would tell Nugget straight up, bro, you're one-on-one. And that's how good Nugget is. That's why I'm taking Nugget. I think Nugget is that damn good that I would say, Nugget, you have Travis Hunter one-on-one, stop him. We're not helping you. There's no help over the top because he's not going to outrun Nugget. He's not going to out physical Nugget, and he probably is not going to out jump Nugget. So I can live with that. As a DB, I can live with that. So if I can tell my 4-star DB to go match up on my 5-star receiver, I can live with that. I can live with that. All right. I can live with that. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
All right. This is Musa from plays for Grambling State in Temple. From a DB standpoint, I completely agree. From looking at the tape with Travis Hunter, his game is very finesse. And this might be a wild thought, but when you talk about safeties, I would try him at free safety because I feel like he has better ball skills.
Yes, come on, man. Yes,
you know what I mean?
What you put Travis at free safety? Ooh, he's snagging everything.
Exactly.
Go ahead. But you know, Charlotte. I agree.
Yeah, go ahead.
But no, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with you. Wholeheartedly. Go ahead.
Yeah, just from looking at his hips and the way he plays the ball, like he doesn't have, like, playing cornerback is very, very technical. Like, it's literally all footwork and hips. But the thing with Nugget is very true because it happened with me in high school in my junior year. I didn't get that many recruits my junior because the ball wasn't going on my side. And that's really a testament to a corner because they don't test you. It's like Reeves. They don't test you if you have lockup skills. And the type of defense they play, zero coverage or man press, is very hard to have a lot of picks. So people judge DBs by picks.
But that's just my opinion. From looking at his tape, I actually think because he played wide receiver so well and he was a good corner, they made him a 5-star DB. But I agree with you. So he's like more like a 4-star at corner, strictly corner, because he doesn't even have a lot of tape.
Facts.
Where you can judge him off besides his picks. But I think him at free safety will open that defense up. And I would, you're right. Cam is actually my favorite defense player besides James Houston, technically. His cover skills are not good, but they're average. But I think he can get better with it if they just work with him. But I still would keep him at strong safety in the box. And then I feel like they got 2 other. I don't know if they got another corner. I think they recruited somebody. But if you have that guy because corner is hard to come in and dominate. I don't think that's a realistic outlook to have him play corner and be dominant. And then they can still work because free safety, you got a lot of leisure. You're not taking as many hits as strong safety or corner, so you can still work them in at the wide receiver house. Oh, and that's the other thing. I don't think he would be the best wide receiver. From the tape I saw, I think that dude, that red shirt, is their best.
Quay? You talking about Quay? You from Dallas?
Yeah, that boy.
Oh, yeah, he's raw.
That boy's a dog.
Whew, he's raw.
And he's a bully too. I can't wait to see him.
Oh, he's a dog. But listen, let's talk about this free safety. Oh man, listen, you preaching, bro. Like, because people don't understand, like, because they usually do. You know how they usually go man high, like they'll go man across the board, man high, or whatever. And if you allow, because let's look at it like this, and let's be real. If you got Nugget on one side, you're probably not going to shade to that side because you know they're probably not going to look your way, right? So let's just say they had a if they kept what's that kid name? CJ, what's the guy they had in the slot of last year?
Number 3.
Yeah, number 3, CJ Holmes, right? Let's say you had CJ Holmes, and then you had Al Young on the left side. You got Nugget one-on-one. I'm a shade Travis over that side. Why? Because that's where people like to attack. They like to attack Al Young. They like to attack CJ Holmes. So I got the safety net. It's Travis Hunter. Throw it up if you want to. He is going to snag it because that's how his game is. He is a ball getter. Him at free safety. Oh my boy, that would be so tough because now you're taking the advantage away of 6'5", 6'6" guys that you're hoping that he can just go up and get the ball. And with Travis's range and his speed, I think that would be deadly. Oh, it would be so deadly. Oh my God.
Do you think? Because I was gonna say, if you look a lot of times, I don't think Shiloh's horrible, but I just don't think he. Like, to play free safety, you should have better ball skills than you should your tackling skills.
Yes.
Like, ball skills should be your number 1. And I just don't. I think he made some good picks. But I feel like in their defense, you're in position to kind of win. So I think that's where somebody like Travis, because he has good hands, great hands.
Yeah.
So I think that would fit his. And he, like you said, you could shade him to the weaker side. Because if you really look at the games, nobody really threw the Nugget. Like, there's not too many passes you see him going deep or getting pass breakups.
Yeah.
So that's just a testament to his cover skills.
And what's tough and the tough situation that Shiloh's in is what Cam is really doing is what Shiloh should be. That's really Shiloh's position. In the box linebacker. That's all Shiloh really is. Oh,
okay.
He's an in the box linebacker, and you can live once again. I love Cam because he's a solid tackler. If Cam meets you at the ball, the play's over. I don't care what you do. Now, it's not too many times you're gonna run him over, and the play's over. Usually, when Cam gets there, the play's over. But the thing with Shiloh is he is what Cam's supposed to be, but you can't trust Shiloh because he doesn't rap. You know, like he doesn't bring his arm, so you don't know. Like he wants the big hit, but you don't know if I got a running back that's just as big as you, and I'm used to getting these. I'm gonna bounce off that. I'm gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? So it's little stuff like that makes me worry about Shiloh being in the box because he's not great enough in the box to take over Cam's spot, and he's not great enough to be a great free safety. So he's just like in between, and you want to have him on the field because he's a headhunter, but then you're kind of like, he's also a liability. And I like Huggins. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not going to put Travis, I don't mind Huggins being, a free safety or whatever, or some other guys they got out there. But yeah, man, you preaching, bro. I totally agree with what you're saying. That free safety one, people going to look back at this call and be like, man, that man said it. And I agree with you, Howard. I think him playing that free safety, you're looking at a nasty defense. You're looking at a really nasty because he's going to erase a lot of stuff. Man, you preaching on that. Anything else, man?
No, that was pretty much it.
Hey, man. Hey, call back in whenever, man. Call back out. Man, I love to have a conversation with you.
All right, Musa. Yeah. Musa is my name, remember.
Musa. All right, got you, Musa. Appreciate the call, man.
All right. Take care.
Woo-wee. Woo-wee. That's a call right there. That is a call right there, man. I would take that. Hunter's not a hitter. And as a free safety, I don't need him to be a hitter. You know what I'm saying? I really don't need him to be a hitter as a free safety. I just want you to range. Shiloh should be better than he is coming from South Carolina. Miss Christian, it's like this, though. Sometimes, players get, let's be honest, some players get stars because of their name. All right. So I think Shiloh's a great player. You know what I'm saying? I think if he was on any other team in the SWAC, he's definitely starting. Okay. He's definitely starting at the strong safety position, and he's going to be an impact player. You know what I'm saying? But when you have as much talent as Jackson State does on the defensive side of the ball, you start seeing like, you ain't the best player we could have in that position, but okay. You know what I'm saying? But you are Sanders, so okay. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
It was interesting conversation and everything while y'all having. I agree with you. I think the quarterback play is going to be real key because there's only, outside of Body and Shador, you really don't know what you're going to get. But I also wanted to pose a question to you is, how do you think the coaches with the new influx of talent, how do you think they'll be able to handle coaching that top tier of talent? Because some of these coaches have never seen that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want that opportunity, but if you've never coached that type of talent, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like, okay, you want to drive a Porsche, but now you get a Porsche,
but you don't know how to drive it. Yeah, that's real. I get what you're saying.
There's a way you drive it. You don't put that thing in 5 all the time.
This is my thing when it comes to that type of question, right? It's that what you have to,
because it's different. Because it's easy to sit there and be like, especially when you're used to you having to, all of a sudden you're eating ramen and noodles. Now all of a sudden you're able to eat some steak and some lobster, and you don't know how to act.
Okay, so let me paint the whole picture, right? When you're recruiting a kid, you're telling them all the good things about themselves, right? You tell them what we need, how great you are, how great you are, how great you are. You bring them in, and it's sort of a military. It becomes like a militant type of way. Like, you lucky to be like the narrative changes once they get you into the program and once you sign on the dotted line. So at that point, but there's a way you talk to star players, right? It's just so listen. I've coached like 18U AAU, 17U AAU, and I've had some players on my team that are just like you, like, damn, you're good. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a certain way you talk to players that are that know that they're that good, right? So what happens is, and this is how I used to talk to my players that was really good. Talking about like, I need you good, right?
They good.
You know what I'm saying?
They know they good, and they know they don't need you to be good.
Okay.
That's the difference.
Yeah. So my thing is this is how I go to them, right? So I'll bring them in my office, or I'll talk to them before we get into the court. I'm like, listen, I'm going to have to get on you, because if I don't get on you, nobody else is going to get in line, because they're going to look like, wow, like if he's talking to him like that, anybody can get it, right? So you have to give that caveat to your players, right? Now, Dion doesn't have to, because Dion is like, I'll find another one of you. That's not an issue. I'm talking about all the regular coaches. All right. I'm talking about all the regular coaches, right? So the Connells, the Bubble McDowells, and all, them regular coaches, Hugh and Dion can be like, I'll find another one of you, get out my face. Nick Saban, I'll find another one, you get out. But the regular coaches, they can't say that. All right. They might feel that way, but they can't say that. So what you say to your players before you go, you're like, listen, man, I'm going to have to get on you. You know what I'm saying? Da-da-da-da-da. So when you at practice, you're getting on them hard. Like, you're like, what are you doing? Like, you got to be better. You got to get on them. And then afterwards, you like, that you talk to them in your office like, hey, man, I had to do that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's just to keep it. It has to look fair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how it works.
Agree, but you know, I think I asked the question because that's big. You played football, basketball was my sport, and you know, my brother-in-law played football at South Carolina, but they're the talent. You treat everybody the same, but you treat everybody different.
Yes.
You
yes.
know?
Yes.
And that's the reality of it. And that walk-on is not treated the same as
the scholarship players. It's not. Now, see what people
and you fooling yourself to think that they're gonna be treated the same.
Now, this is what people kind of get confused at, right? Because you're a star player does not give you the position. I want to be very like you can get outplayed for your position. That's sports.
Definitely.
People are getting that confused. I'm never telling you to have favoritism to the spot. The spot is not the favoritism. If a kid outplays you for your spot, you just got outplayed. All right. What I'm saying to you is once everything has been solidified, you know that you got James Houston at your DN and he's the best thing walking. That's the times you have those conversations to say, hey, James, I'm going to have to get on you at practice. You know, it is what it is. Stay locked in. All right. But I got to get on you. And then it doesn't matter what James Houston does that practice. It can be perfect. You need to be better. Dip lower, rip through harder. You're better than that. But don't get it twisted with keeping your position. That's two different things. If you're not good enough to keep your position, that's two different things. So I don't want people to think like, oh, Scotty's a favoritism. No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying once the positions are locked in, you know, because in spring ball you playing, I don't know everybody, you know, in spring ball everything's open. In spring ball everything's open. But once the season gets closer and closer, you start locking things in, and then you know who your stars are. But go ahead.
That wonders. I'm like, okay, you got this influx of talent, and you know, this reality is some of these folks have never seen. Like, you want that, but having that in. It's totally different, and now all of a sudden you got players that you like, whoo, boy, because having talent, say what you want about talent makes coaching a lot easier.
Facts.
It just does.
Because some things you can't coach. Yeah, some things you can't coach. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Some things you can't coach. It's just that simple. Like, hey, I called this route. It was supposed to be this, and he made a hell of a play and took it 60 yards to the touchdown. I didn't know that was going to happen, but he's great.
So but it was good to get your perspective on that, because that, to me, that's going to be the key of managing the personalities of these talents. Absolutely. And you know that all of a sudden coming in and they looking at, boy, you started last year.
No, you're right, bro. It's real. It's real. It's real.
You started last year, like, I know I'm better than you.
You know, especially them coming from Power 5 schools, like Houston, Alabama or Tennessee or whatever, Arkansas. Come on, man.
Man, like, imagine you walking in Alabama A&M's defense.
Everybody better than you. I don't care. Everybody better than you. I'm sorry. I'm getting you off this line. Bye. You're going to get me in trouble. I'm not about to get in trouble with you. Hey, you never have sidebar convos like that with players. They don't interpret this, bro. You never coached before. I know for a fact you have never been a coach before. If you can say that with a straight face, you've never coached before. Okay. You always have side conversations with your star players. So you have never coached before, boo-woo. Never. All right. That's what happens when you have star players. You have side conversations. It just is what it is. All right. You call a spade a spade. It might not be the right thing. You might, that's wrong. It happens. Okay. It happens. You always have side conversations with your star players. So you get their opinions. You ask them questions. They're your star player. Shut your ass up, bro. Shut your ass up. Yeah. You're bugging, my boy. You are definitely bugging. When you have powerful coaches, then if my brand as a coach is bigger than you, then I don't need your opinion. If my brand as a coach, and even as Nick Saban is still going to have side conversations with his star players. Now he might He might not give you the freedom or the luxury as a regular coach might be, but he's still going to have side conversations with his guys, like his go-to guys. He's still going to have side conversations. He's still going to have side conversations, my boy. So I don't know what you're talking about. You don't have a sidebar convo like what you're. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. That means you have. Boo-woo. Have you coached before? With that name, Boo-woo, you probably haven't. All right? You probably haven't. If you have never coached before, you probably haven't. Because you can't speak on something. If you've never coached a high caliber athlete, you don't know what you're talking about. All right? I'm telling you right now, because the way you treat your star player, all right, is totally different than the way you treat your regular players. So it's just that simple, my boy. You had to be coaching middle schoolers. You had to be coaching preschool, middle school. You can't, it's no way you can coach if you're telling me that you're not having side conversations with your star player. You're not. Because you're supposed to. He's your star. You're not saying, hey, do everything, you know. No, you're not. You're having a real, like, it's the same thing. If I got to get on my star player, if my star player is doing something wrong, then I'm still going to get on him, just like a regular player. But at the end of the day, how I get on him, I'm going to get on him. But I'm still going to have a conversation after practice of why I got on you. Hey, man, this is why I got on you. You need to do better. You got to do it like this. You got to do it like that. You know why I got to get on you. You're the best player. You're the example. You need to start doing this, that, and the third. Come on, bro. Like, that's how that works. That's how any star player gets treated. It's not to say you're perfect. It's just I have to get on you in a different way. And you can still have side conversations with all your other players. It's just different with your star. Why am I having this conversation with a boo? Shut up. All right. So miss me with that. Come on. Thank you, Miss Howard. It happens. Come on, guys. I know I'm not crazy. Like, listen, is a lot of people are going to agree with me than they agree with you, boo-woo. Okay? So boo-hoo your ass on home, because that don't make no sense. All right? Listen, guys, I'm about to get up out of here, man. This was fun. Hey, listen, you know what it is. The SWAC is back in fall. Let me get this caller. He just called in. Hey, caller, you the last caller. Talk to me.
Scotty, I just want to know where you stand with the SWAC right now. You had to run it back.
Hey, man, your phone sound like you underwater. What's up? What we doing? You got to talk a little closer.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I got that Boost Mobile. What team? What team could challenge for the SWAC crown right now?
Alabama A&M.
That's it. Who's playing quarterback?
Quincy Casey.
What's his name?
Quincy Casey, baby. What you talking about? Quincy Casey, baby. Quincy Casey. Easy.
Man, I hope he develops. If that's what you're going with, I hope he develops.
Develops how? Explain that to me. Develops how?
I hope he develops.
What does that mean? His accuracy?
He has a big arm. He has a really good arm.
Okay.
But
let me break it down to you like this. I love the question. Let's break it down like this.
Yeah.
Whose quarterback is better, Rashawn McKay or Quincy Casey?
Oh, Quincy Casey all day.
Okay.
No argument.
Who's quarter? Because remember, Alcorn lost Felix, so they don't have a quarterback, so we don't know. So that's a knock. Andrew Body, Texas Southern. Whose team is better, Texas Southern or Alabama A&M?
Dang, that's not fair. Because you know I was going to say Andrew Body.
Yeah, I know what you was going to say, but what you said, whoa. You said run it back. You said the whole team, right? So run it back. So Andrew Body's team or Quincy Casey's team? Which one we taking?
I'm going to take Texas Southern. And the only reason is because they don't have a line.
Who don't have a line?
They don't. Alabama A&M don't got no line.
They don't have a line.
They still don't have a line.
So Texas Southern has a defense then.
Oh no. I mean, I mean,
what we doing?
Poison.
What we doing? No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like we're talking about. Because listen, it doesn't matter how good FAMU is. That the quarterback position is suspect. So I'm taking Quincy Casey. So that's a push. I'm winning with Alabama A&M. Right? Alabama A&M has damn near 4 3-stars, 1 4-star at the DB position. They got like 6'5" all across the D line. I ain't seen nothing from Texas Southern's recruits. So I'm taking Alabama A&M. All right. What you want to go to the next school? Let's go to Southern. Name Southern's quarterback. Don't worry, I'll wait.
You know they ain't got no quarterback.
All right then. So I'm taking.
Wait. But you wrote off FAMU just like that?
I don't trust Rashawn McKay. Like that's. I mean, and they lost Bishop Bonnet, so I don't know what the running back situation is. Like half of Alabama A&M team offensively is coming back. Abdul's coming back, and then you got 4-star coming in. You got Gary Quarles coming back. You got Tay Provins as LSU running back. He's coming back. Like you're you know what I'm saying? Like you're good in certain areas, and then they're just building on their weakness, which was defense. So I'm taking.
But you're willing to put that much faith in who's it?
Because this is why I'm running it back with QC. Right? It's because of the how do I. It's a fire in you when you feel like you've been done wrong. And I'm not saying Quincy has told me this. All right. So I'm telling you how I would have felt. Yeah. I would have felt that y'all dick me. That's what you did. So so when I see you, I'm going to give you everything I got. Regardless if we win or lose, I'm going to give you everything I got. So if I had to bet one game that Quincy Casey did see, the one thing with a quarterback position is that it's tough. You don't want to outplay yourself because you don't want to play outside of yourself, right? Because when you start playing outside of yourself, that's where the picks come in. You start forcing the ball and things like that. But I think Quincy Casey will be so mentally ready for that game and he's seen Nugget. You know what I'm saying? He's seen Nugget. He's seen those players across from the other side of the ball. So he knows who and what and you know, just a little nuances that those boys like to do. So I'm taking QC. Yeah, one game, SWAC championship on the line. I'm taking QC all day, every day.
My only question is that he's really the definitive answer that they got at quarterback. They
got Jarren Williams. They got Jarren Williams from Miami. And I think Quincy Casey is the better thrower of the ball. And I've heard that from people from different teams on the SWAC coaches wise. And I've also heard that from Miami fans that Jarren Williams is like super inconsistent. But I've also heard from some SWAC coaches that, you know, the thing with Jarren and QC is it's going to be what Connell Maynor wants. Do you want a guy?
Connell Maynor wants to throw the ball. That's it. That's point blank.
Quincy's the better thrower, right? But Jarren's the better athlete. Right, he might hit you. He's kind of like who would I put in that app? Like a Jalen Jones, but just a better arm. You know, he don't have his feet. He don't got Jalen Jones's feet. Jalen Jones' feet is special. He doesn't have that, but he's 6'3", 6'4", has a big frame, can run the ball. So if things break down, you know, he can probably, you know, truck you for about 6-7 yards or whatever. Quincy Casey, he can run, but you know, he probably sliding for 4. You know what I'm saying? So he's a little scrawny, you know what I'm saying? So it's just little stuff like that, man. So that's my thing.
And before I go, I have a hot take, and I want to put this on wax.
Talk to me.
Mississippi Valley is going to beat Southern this year.
I think I'll give Valley a winning record. I'll even go that far.
Absolutely.
I'll give Valley a winning record.
SWAC, ain't nobody really doing nothing. Is Easton coming back?
Who?
Their quarterback, Jelani Easton?
No. He's not. He's definitely not.
Oh, okay. Then, well, I don't know now. I don't know now because that's what this was hanging on. But if they can find a good quarterback, they're definitely going to have a winning record.
They got to recruit Jamari Jones, who everybody thinks, you know, I mean, he's the number one JUCO quarterback he's the number one quarterback from JUCO. Everybody thinks he's the godsend. I watched his tape. He's really not that good. He's okay.
I thought they had got a quarterback from Baylor or something.
Nah, they got a guy from JUCO. He's okay. I mean, he's not like, oh my God. Like, I'll tell you one thing though, I ain't even gonna lie to you. If I was Alabama A&M, and you know, I love Quincy Casey to death, but if I had a chance to get Cameron Ward, I'm getting.
Oh my God! I would have threw the bag at him. I would have,
bro.
Took money out my check.
Bro, if I'm fam at Alabama A&M, knowing that I'm probably a quarterback away, yeah, I'm getting Cameron Ward. Now, I love Quincy Casey. That's my boy. Like, that's my dog for real. But Cameron Ward, man, he is.
He's a Kill Glass 2.0.
No, he's way better than that. He's way better than that. To me, that's disrespectful. Like, because Cameron Ward is that's you're downplaying Cameron Ward. His feet and his arm, stupid.
I give you that. All right, man. Thank you for asking.
Hey, no problem, man. Appreciate the call. Hey, what's up, Coach Green? Talk to me.
I give you that. All right.
Hey, for your last call, Valley is not beating Southern. Just because I know everybody say we don't know who.
Where they playing at? Where they playing at?
Huh?
Where they playing at?
It don't matter where. It don't matter. We can play at Valley.
It do. Yeah, it do. Stop lying. It do.
No,
it does.
No,
it does. If you're going to the wire with FAMU and Jackson State, they're damn sure going down to the wire with you, and they probably are bringing back the best back in the SWAC. Caleb Johnson. They probably got the best. Like, you guys probably have the second best backfield. They probably have the best backfield in the SWAC. No lie.
So you just gonna sleep on number 12?
You talking about Kobe? Yeah. He's not better than Caleb. Not even close on. And I like Kobe. I really like Kobe. I just said y'all got listen, I said backfield, right? So that means multitude. So they got three backs that can start. They literally do. If it was Caleb and Kobe, I think that's a push. The backup they got D, I'll take D over Gerard. I'll take D over Gerard any day. Now, you might like Gerard in the passing game, and that's probably how Southern's going to use him more in the passing game. But Valley, they got three backs that can easily probably go for 600-700 yards. Easy.
We got the same thing. We both got the same thing.
That's why I said I'm going with Valley. They got the best backfield. They're number 2. Now, Grambling with Maurice Washington. He might jump the pack, you know what I'm saying? Him by himself, but him by his lonesome, you know what I'm saying? But as of right now, Caleb Johnson and D in that backfield they got at Valley is special, bro. It's special.
Yeah, and I backfield special too. So even if you put Valley ahead of us, they still not going with their backfield. They still not going to beat us.
I think they will.
Hey, this is on wax. This is gonna be on wax.
Southern beating Valley is on wax. Whoop-de-doo. Wow. Come on, bro. Like, everybody wants to see Valley beat y'all, but is it something I would bet money on? No. You know what I'm saying? But if it's something I would like to see happen, absolutely. And is it possible without me? And is it possible? And is it possible? And is it possible? Absolutely. I just wouldn't put my money on it, but it's damn sure possible. But if y'all playing that Valley, I'll put you on upset alert. I'll put you on upset alert real easy.
Oh, of course, you know, because you want to come on your show and you'll be like, and Southern, the so-called powerhouse, thought they could be Valley, and you don't come with your little pettiness.
I mean, smoke stuff. I mean, if you so good, it shouldn't be. If you so good, it shouldn't even matter. It shouldn't even be a question.
Yeah, and also, PV is on the final list for Cameron Ward, right?
Yeah, I think he's going to go to Lane Kiffin though. I think he's going to. I think he's going to Lane. I mean, if Bubba McDowell could put. Oh, now listen, if PV would have got a celebrity guy. You know what? See, y'all, nobody want to listen to me though. But if PV would have got a celebrity guy, I would have bet Cam would have came. But Lane Kiffin, I think, is in the bag.
Bubba is kind of a celebrity though.
Man, okay.
He's not a celebrity.
Yeah, okay. And you got a running back, and you got a running back, and you got a running back as your offensive coordinator. Okay, yeah, Roger. Yeah. You got a running back coach that's your offensive coordinator, Roger.
Well, we ain't gonna know until I really don't care about PV, but we gonna find out what Frederick could do. Frederick might shock you, man. He might have all the stuff.
But if I'm Cam Ward, I'm not betting my career on that. I'm not not betting my career on maybe he's good, maybe he's not. I know Lane Kiffin's an offensive-minded guy, so I'm going to take that bet. You know, and everybody can be like, oh, Scotty, white man. I don't give a damn. If I'm telling you straight up, if I was Cam Ward, I'm not betting my career on is a running back turned offensive coordinator going to be good in my 1 year. Hell no. I'm not taking that risk. I'm going with Lane Kiffin.
All right. And all right, this is my last thing. Because nobody really talked about this, but so I'm going to bring it up. You know Alexander going to be back for Jackson, right?
Yeah, Tyson. Yeah. I love Tyson. Mr. Boom Bop. I like Tyson.
I know. Yeah, I know you love them. So this is my question. Because they had the same. They pretty much had some of the same offensive line from spring to fall. Losing Alexander, does it show that he was that much better?
No. Now, let me tell you what Tyson does, right? Tyson takes maybe a 5-yard normal carry. He might make it 10 to 15, right? But you still got to block.
Mm-hmm.
You still got to block. At the end of the day, if they're not blocking for you, I don't give a damn how good Tyson is. Like, you're going to get bro, you got to block. So there was not a lot of holes open, but I'll tell you one thing. If Tyson did get a hole, that's the kind of guy you don't want to see in the open field because he will boom bop you and then he's out the door. He's out the door.
Yeah. So I got curious about this because I started thinking about it. I was like, because Alexander during the spring with that, not much change on offensive line, just a few pieces here and there, but he was breaking off runs.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if you go back and watch that Grambling, oh my God. If you watch that Grambling game in the spring, Tyson sets up this linebacker in the, I don't know if it was a DB. He sets this DB up in the hole. I mean, in a phone booth, boom, bop, and he's out and he's jump cuts to the left and he takes it like, I don't know if he takes it a touchdown or he takes it like to the 3 or 2 yard line, something like that. And then Chemo gets the ball, he fumbles it. But you know what I'm saying? But like Tyson is nasty, bro. He's nasty. He is nasty. But you gotta get.
I was thinking about that because I was saying, because one thing he got that I ain't seen no other back have that Jackson State got was that cutback. I think his cutback is like way better than everybody else that they have.
We shall. I can't listen. This is what I can't speak on Tyson's vision, right? Because he got hurt, I believe, in the spring, and he messed his ACL in the spring. But what I can say is, in the hole and 1-on-1, he will make you miss. And that's what you want from a back that's special. You want a back that can make the guy I'm not blocking miss. That's all you ask for, and Marshall Faulk used to say that all the time. He used to say, the guy, I'm not looking at the guy, I'm looking at the guy behind him because I know that guy's not going to tackle me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of mindset you need as a running back. You need that mindset to where I'm not worried about the first guy. I'm worried about where the help is coming from. Because where the help is coming from, that's going to be, that's what Marshall used to say. That's where the tackle's coming from. It's not from the first guy because I'm going to make him miss. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what Tyson is.
Yeah. This is my last question and then I'm out. Because I was curious because I thought I heard, I had to, I got to really hear it from your mouth again. Did you pick Alabama A&M to win it, the SWAC again?
He asked me, this is what he asked me. He said, if it was if it was to run it back right now with the teams, I said I would pick A&M because he said, what team would you give a chance to against Jackson State? And I said Alabama A&M because of the fact of the quarterback position. I don't trust FAMU's quarterback position. I know what Quincy Casey is. So if it was a team that I could see, you're not going to see A&M and Jackson State in the SWAC championship. But if it was possible, that would be the team I would pick because I trust their quarterback play. And then, going down from because Southern don't know your quarterback. Andrew Body, they don't have a defense. FAMU, they have a defense, don't know the quarterback. Alabama State, real estate agent. PV, you don't know what the coaching staff is going to look like. You don't know what the quarterback is. You don't know how the defense is going to look, and stuff like that. So it's a lot of holes that are I could if Valley wasn't Valley, I can definitely put Valley up there. You know what I'm saying? But Grambling, you don't know what that quarterback situation is. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm with you on Valley. They might get more wins than they had this year. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have a winning record. I think Valley's gonna be like 6-5.
I wouldn't be surprised
with the win over Southern. Appreciate the call, Coach Green.
Hey, watch your mouth, man. Watch your mouth.
Hey guys, listen, I'm out, man. Listen, until next time, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna holler. God bless.